stock just went up, Golden Boy.
Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Cold Hard Truths. Welcome back to the channel, my people. Big up to everybody in the building. Big up to Abby in the building already. Tottenham not a threat, just another Villa. Hey, listen, man, they ain't a threat, bro. They ain't a threat. Hugo, big up in the building. Big up, so I'd finally get to catch a whole stream live. Come on, you Gunners. Yes, bro. Yes. Big up Grigs. Yes, we got Grigs in the freaking building, man. Hey, Grigs, welcome to the channel, man. How you doing, my bro?
Thank you for having me. Debut on here for some many.
Jeez.
Yeah, but just thanks for having me. Obviously, ready to talk football. Big weekend in the Premier League, obviously, for my respective club, your respective club, and all their respective Big Six clubs. Obviously, one of them already played this afternoon, to be fair. So yeah.
Nah, big up, man. Big up, man. It's good to have you on the channel. I wanted to get you on the channel for a minute now, so glad we could finally make it happen. But yeah, and I think just getting onto that, there's massive games going on this weekend. Obviously, we got Brighton coming to the Emirates for my respective club. We got you guys traveling over to Anfield, which is
I hate that stadium so much.
It's techie, bro. It's techie. It's techie. The thing is, yeah, Anfield in itself, yeah, is just messed up, bro. Because you want to not believe the hype that it is that stadium, but it really is that stadium. Like, even on a European night, bro. European night is when it's most dangerous. I feel like
it's true.
The Premier League might be a bit dimmed down a little bit, but European nights is mad. But yeah, listen. I think that's where we should. I think that's the first thing we should get onto.
Let's get out the way.
Let's get out the way, man. Obviously, we're going to be talking about the game on the weekend, but as well as the game, we're also going to be speaking about Man United as a whole. Listen, I think Ten Hag's gone. I do think he's gone. So I want to talk about where to go to next. Obviously, who you want to bring in as manager, and the type of football you want to see from that manager. So let's just start off with the game, obviously, and the game on the weekend. Listen, I'm pretty sure you don't have many hopes, but you must be praying that hopefully something can happen, bro. Just something, or have you got no hope at all?
I mean, I've never been the most optimistic person when it comes to games like this, bro. Because even last year when we went to Anfield, the most I predicted was a draw, and Liverpool were not even that good last year, and we had just come off the cup win and everything. But I'm like, yo, Liverpool, Anfield, I know how it is because the best Man Uniteds have gone to Anfield before and didn't look as good as they used to. Like, bro, we went to Anfield with Ronaldo, Rooney, Tevez, and we were scraping 1-0 wins. Yeah. Now we're pulling up to Anfield with Anthony, Garnacho, Scott McTominay. So really, let's be serious. Like, there's not that much hope. But, bro, I think Staffy kept saying it all week too. He's like, in football, you always have a chance. No matter what, there's always a chance in football. It's like a boxing fight. One knockout punch, bro. You keep getting jabbed. Liverpool going to keep jabbing us, but all it takes is one uppercut, and that's it. And hopefully, one of my players can just deliver an uppercut. I don't know. It could be Scott McTominay. It could be Rasmus Højlund. It could be Marcus Rashford, who's fit for the weekend. It could even be Anthony for the unimaginable. You know what? That would make more sense. The most unimaginable player scoring the most unimaginable goal at Anfield. But I'm not going to lie. I'm pretty much like, I expect to lose. I'm going to go in there expecting to lose. The biggest thing I could hope for really is to leave with some pride and some dignity from that stadium after what happened last year. Because, bro, last year, that game happened. It was my grandma. We were celebrating my grandma's birthday. It was a couple days before her birthday. I was at a family house.
Oh
And
no.
I was watching it on my phone. It was 1-0 at halftime. I'm like, all right. Then the second half started. It just goal after goal after. I stopped watching at 4-0, by the way. To this day, I have not watched the fifth, I have not watched the sixth, and I have not watched the seventh goal, and I never will. I never will watch those goals again. Well, I turned off my phone, and I promise you, my family kept talking to me for an hour. I did not respond one time. I just went straight to the back. I grabbed a bottle of liquor, and I just started pouring. That's how much that team had me depressed last year in that game, bro. I was my head was so gone. As for this, bro, it's just I just pray, bro. I just hope maybe Mo Salah has an off night shooting. Darwin Nunez trips over his own feet. Cody Gakpo trips over his own feet. Luis Diaz don't know how to shoot that day. I don't know, bro. Just pray. That's all you can really do.
Hey, and Cameron drops it right, bro. Hey, big up grandma, man. Big up grandma on her birthday, man. Hopefully she enjoyed it, man. It sounds like she had a blast, bro, just from the party, bro. I was just grabbing liquor, bro. It sounds like she had a blast anyway. She was on the wine or something, man. But I think from your guys' perspective, I think the only plus, what I look at it as a plus, and that's just from my analysis. Obviously, you all know it because you actually follow this team week in, week out. My thought and the plus for me is that you guys ain't going there with Bruno Fernandes. I think this enables you to have a much more balanced midfield, hoping that he does play Amrabat and Kobe Mainoo for the first time. Obviously, you have McTominay playing in like a 10 role or playing a bit further
God
up.
knows where he's playing, bro. It's a false position. It's made up, bro. Ten Hag made up his own position for him. I don't know what it, bro. False 9, right wing midfielder. I don't know what it is.
Bro, sometimes he's just everywhere, bro.
I need
Sometimes
Cruyff to come back from the dead to come up with a freaking term for it, bro. But what do they call Thomas Muller? The Ramdater? I'm gonna need a term like that from McTominay, bro. I don't know what it is, man.
Bro, it's crazy. He sometimes he'll be on the pitch, yeah. He'll be in midfield, like 1 minute, and then the next minute you see him in the wing, and then the next minute he's playing up front as like a 9. And I'm like, bro, what the hell is going on with this guy? Has he just got like in FIFA? You know how you
free
do
run, bro. He got free run, bro. He got free run. You know who I used to give that role to? I used to give that role in FIFA 20 when I had Neymar. Neymar, that's why I give it to. I don't give it to Scott McTominay, who don't know how to pass forward to save his life. They give him
hold
the
on.
free run role.
Let me see if you're a G. You used to play Neymar in the 10 light in the 4-2-3-1.
Yeah, of course.
With 3 cams, yeah.
Of course.
Neymar was dirty, bro.
Bro, FIFA 20 Neymar changed my life, man. That guy changed my life.
Neymar was dirty, bro. He could hit the shot from anywhere, bro. It was crazy. And he's dribbling. But anyway, listen, enough for FIFA, bro, because that game was crazy, bro. That fucked up my mental, bro. That FIFA 20, FIFA 21, and FIFA 19. Oh my god, bro.
I deleted FIFA 19 one day.
FIFA 19 was fucked. Now FIFA 19 was fucked. But I think obviously just getting into that midfield trio, I think in this midfield he might work a bit better just because he will be, the attacking side of it. But I'm just more focusing on Kobe Mainoo and Amrabat. I think this is probably going to be their best game. You're going to see them. Kobe Mainoo, I feel like he looks mature on the pitch. Like before, I was like, okay, can you guys stop capping, bro? Because like all I've seen is one game in preseason. That's all I've seen. But now I've seen him in a few other games, and I've got a bit more of a I forgot what the word is, man. When you got a bit more evidence, I got a bit more evidence to the point. I've seen him. He looks like a mature player. He reminds me of Saka when Saka was in our team. Mm-hmm. It just you know when the player belongs with the first team.
Yeah,
he belongs. And to be honest, I think he looks better and more comfortable than Garnacho. He looks more comfortable than Pellistri. I don't even know what Pellistri is, bro. Anthony. The fact that Anthony gets brought in for 100 million and Kobe Mainoo comes in from the academy and looks much more comfortable than this guy is shocking. So that's probably the only thing for me. I don't know if he's gonna play. Varane because he
He has
played
to.
in
There's no choice.
the game. Oh, he has to. Oh yeah, because
Maguire's out, and Lindelof's
Yeah.
not 100% fit, so he has no choice.
Wow. So he has to play Varane now. And do you know what? Yeah. Listen, as much as I want to say, oh, United are gonna win. I'm hoping for United. I'm hoping for United win
Yeah.
because either way, it's a win-win for me. Whatever I said this yesterday, it's a win-win for me. If United get smashed, then I get to dunk on United fans. Um if United win, oh my god, I get 2-1. I got top of the league, and I get to dunk on Hassan, bro. That's sweet, bro. You know, I've been waiting for that for a minute. So,
I watched the show yesterday, so I remember it.
bro, I'm waiting for that. I'm waiting for that, bro. I already put my prediction as a 1-0, shamelessly. If I'm talking real, I think it's gonna be maybe a 2-0, maybe even a 3-0 to Liverpool. That's the realistic scoreline, but we're hoping for the 1-0 to Man United. But what are your thoughts on the whole starting 11? What do you think he's going to go with? Because he's missing Bruno. You know, I don't know whether he's going to go with. Is Martial injured, or is he available for?
I don't think he's not available. He's not available. Rashford is though. Rashford trained today. He was in training. He was in the pictures. But Martial's not fit. Martial and Maguire confirmed out. I know that for sure. But
Yeah,
with the lineup, you know, I tweeted this morning. I said I want to play 4-4-2 or I want to play 3-5-2. He's not going to do that because he's going to play those formations. But I think that's probably the best way we could set up without Bruno. But there's no need for McTominay in this game, like absolutely at all. You could go 4-4-2. You could put Minu, Amrabat, pivot too. And you can have Garnacho, Anthony as wide playmakers, which I think is probably their profile. They're not good at it, but that's their profile nonetheless. Yeah. And then just have Rashford holding up top and just have them press and just have them freaking chase. And all it takes is one pass. And those guys are quick, whether Rashford's in form or not. But Rashford can rise in the big game. I've seen him carry this attack before. Even against Arsenal this season at Emirates. He scored his only goal of the season. That goal he created by himself. He caught what's it called? Saliba and Ben White's.
That's his signature. That's his signature.
Extra, look at Stafford, bro. Look at this dictator, bro.
Right, he's such a fraud. He's such a fraud. Listen, big up Staffy firstly, but listen, Grigs is. I've been wanting to get Grigs in here for a minute, bro. I big up Grigs, man. I W's for Grigs in the chat, man. Everybody in the chat, man. W's for Grigs, man. What a freaking G, man. But no, I think also in regards to Rashford, that's his staple, bro. You know that coming in from the left side and just shooting and getting it in on that right side, bro. And he always gets it so close to the post where you think it's gonna hit the post and it goes in, bro. I swear, it's mad, bro, how he does it every time consistently. So
I need him to rise, bro. He's been shit all season, but I just gotta pray for him.
But what about that 3-5-2? How are you doing the 3-5-2?
Onana in net, Shaw left center back, Varane central center back. If Lindelof's fit, right center back. If it's not, then Shaw left center back, Evans central center back, Varane right center back. Then you have Regular on left wing back, because for me he's a wing back. He's not a left back. God forbid the dude does any tracking back in terms of defending. Right back, pick your poison. Mitsuki Dalot, Mitsuki Wamasaka, the battle of the mids over there. Then you could go Amrabat. You go Minu left center mid, Amrabat central, McTominay right center mid, and you just have McTominay kind of play a little bit more of advanced 8, and then Rashford holding up top. I think you could kind of do either one. He won't do it though. I'm gonna be real. It's gonna be a 4-2-3-1. I know what it is. I know what Eric.
That 3-5-2 though, yeah, that 3-5-2 is interesting. And for that right centre back spot, the right centre back on of the three, I feel like Aaron Wan-Bissaka can play that. You know,
I've seen him in there. I saw the predicted lineups, bro. I just don't trust Aaron Wan-Bissaka's awareness to kind of.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Like he has the profile. Like he's good defensively. He's okay on the ball. Yo, Jabs, bro. I swear to God, Jabs, bro. I swear, if you say about Central one more freaking time, man, bro. Central lover 25 is in the chat, man. Central lover 25, bro.
Sancho is never touched. As long as Ten Hag is here, yeah. Sancho ain't never touched a football.
Or they sent me a
pitch.
comp about Sancho against Southampton last year, and all I tweeted was like, "Was I meant to be moved by that? Was I really meant to be moved, bro? Was that meant to get me on my seat? Because it didn't get me on my seat."
Hey,
Bro, I just saw a couple passing back, bro. Congratulations, you know how to pass back. More retention hype. Anyway, back to the game tomorrow. Because Sancho will not be featuring in that. He'll be playing pro clubs playoffs with me and Staffy tonight. That's what he'll be doing. He won't be at the game. I really hope Ten Hag can set up right. But what I expect him to do to set up is Onana and goal. I really think he'll go Shaw left center back, Varane right center back. He's trusted that center back partnership before last year. I think he'll go Dalot left back, Wan-Bissaka right back, Amrabat, Mainu, McTominay midfield, left wing. I think Rashford comes back in. I think he just has to play Rashford. Whatever happens. You just have to play him. Especially Garnacho has been horrible the last 2 games. Hoyland up top, and unfortunately Ante on the right because he's the only option. Because he's better than Facundo Pelestri. I'm gonna be real in terms of like what he brings. Like just out of possession, at least I know as bad as Anthony's on the ball, and he might be the worst player in the Premier League on the ball. Out of possession, he's excellent. He knows how to press. He knows how to draw fouls. He'll know how to take this thing out of the game. And you just pray that one of his
that's what you need, bro.
95 finesse shots that he takes goes in. One time, maybe he green times at one of them. I don't know, man. But
yeah,
it's tough.
Nah, listen, 100%. Like I think that is what he will go with. I also agree. I think Rashford has to play this game. I think he has to be in this squad because let's face it, this is his type of game where he just randomly comes up with a goal. It's just like this. He'll be playing shit for a bit, and in some random important game, bro, this guy will randomly come up with a goal.
He has a decent record against Liverpool too. I think he's the one Premier League player that has like the most goals against Alisson or something like that. I think he's put like 4 or 5 past Alisson before.
Really?
So he's played against Liverpool before. Not at Anfield, to be fair. I don't think he scored at Anfield yet, which obviously none of our players have scored at Anfield. There's not a single player on that pitch for us that scored at Anfield, because the last player to do it was freaking Jesse Lingard, who's unemployed right now. So I don't know, but yo, if I see 3-1-6 tomorrow, if I see us building a 3-1-6 on Sunday, I swear to God, if I see 3 center back, if I see 3 defenders, and I see Amrabat isolated by himself, I will end it all, man. I will break my monitor. Break my monitor, bro. I will grab a hammer. I will break my monitor. I will go steal Hassan's hammer. I will break my monitor, man. I swear to God. If I see it,
bro, do you know how scary? The scary thing is, Griggs. Like me and you would be talking, and we'd say that, and like, surely the manager can't be that stupid to drop that. Bro, Ten Hag is the one that is likely to do that, bro. He's likely to do a stupid move like that. Just leave 1-6 isolated, having to face Soboslai, McAllister, freaking Gravenberch, and all of these. I don't know. I think McAllister's out actually.
Yeah, so it'll be like Harvey. I think he's gonna play Harvey Elliott.
Oh my God.
He played
After that
last year
game against Crystal Palace, man.
He played him last year
Against
Crystal Palace. 7-0. So I don't know. He might play.
Did he?
Yeah, he played in 7-0.
No, but I think that's because they were really not. They didn't have many options.
Yeah, I mean,
last year. They've got Gravenberch now. Like it's
might start Curtis Jones. To be fair, yeah, that's fair.
They've got a much more stable midfield now. Is what I'm trying to say. But forgetting about this game, let's put the game on the back burner. Let's speak about the future of Man United, because that's normally what I want to get to. Because let's face it, I do believe he's going to get sacked. I feel like this is the last game for him. This is probably the last game he'll manage. I think he's going to get sacked after this, unless you guys win or do something incredible. Do you know what I mean? But what's the future for you? What, in regards to a manager you would like to see come in for him? More like what I'm trying to ask.
Oh, the thing is, the last 2 managers I got sacked, I always had a plan after. I always knew who I wanted to bring in. Funnily enough, after Ole, it was Ten Hag. I wrote an article. It was Ten Hag. That was my number 1 option. That's the guy I wanted. It backfired on me apparently, because bro, when Ten Hag came in, I'm gonna be real. I never expected him to be this manager that lasts like a decade at Man United. I always thought 5 years maximum, right? And I didn't I wasn't like 100% sure. I was like, maybe he can win me a Prem if Pep Guardiola ever decides to bounce out of this league. That's not likely now, but at least I just wanted him to make me a competitive Premier League team.
Yeah.
And my main goal was that he would always instill a philosophy into the team, and he would leave the team in a better place when he left. That was my main priority when Erik ten Hag came in. Leave the team in a better place than you picked it up in, because the team was in a dire state when he picked it up. The worst team, it was our worst season ever, yada, yada, yada. 18 months later, which is, bro, the fact that he's going to last shorter than Ole is absolutely ridiculous to me. He, for me, has left the squad in a worse state than he picked it up in because of how bad his talent ID was in the market, bro. I promise you the next manager is going to look at Anthony and be like, why was this guy ever brought into this football club? He's going to look at Mason Mount and be like, okay, Mason Mount's a coach's dream because of his pressing, all that kind of stuff. But the manager's going to be like, bro, was he really worth 60 million? He's going to look at Lisandro Martinez, bro. I love Licha. Don't get me wrong. I think he's probably the most technical player at Man United. He would do so much things. But there is a manager that might not want a 5'9" center back in his club. He's not every coach wants that kind of profile at their center back. Some coaches love physical dual center backs, bro. Like Arteta wanted Leach at left back. He didn't want him at center back. So because Arteta wants physical center backs. He wants the likes of Gabriel. He wants Saliba. He wants Tomiyasu if he can play center back. Those physical guys. That's what he wants. So imagine might be look at Leach and be like, yo, unless you want to play left back, he might move him to left back, which is fine enough. And Leach is like, all right, I'll do that. I'll move to left back. But Leach is like, I'm only a center back. The manager might be like, yo, that's tough for you. You don't have to bounce.
Yeah.
You're gonna look at Casemiro and be like, you don't fit. You're a little bit too old for my philosophy. You don't have like the legs maybe out. Who else have we signed? Onana, I think every manager will, because of the ball playing ability and stuff like that, I think they'll be fine. Højlund, I think I think Højlund's probably the one because he's so young and a manager can just basically mold Højlund to whatever they want at that age, so it's fine. But half his signings you're gonna look at be like, bruh, Eriksen's like 32, be like, yo, good luck in your future endeavors.
Grigs, do you know what it is? We still have, like, I know you and Staffy make jokes about it, yeah, whether this guy exists. Bro, we still haven't seen this goalkeeper.
Binder, bro. I forgot about Binder. I know, but he don't exist, bro. Binder, bro. I promise you he don't exist, bro. I gotta go Turkey. I gotta go ask the Fenerbahce fans if he real. I gotta go to the Mediterranean, man. I gotta go local. That's what I gotta go do, man. I gotta ask my neighbors, bro. Is he real, bro? Let me ask Fenerbahce fans, man. Let me hit them up. But nah. Yeah, I don't know. It's just tough. In terms of with Ten Hag, I don't think this is the last game, by the way. I generally don't think this is the last game.
Really?
Unless we hold like a big ass. If we hold like 7-8-0, then I think the media will do the glitter's job for them. He'll get sacked pretty much by the media because backlash will be too much. Legends are going to start calling out and everything like that. But if he holds like a 3-0, I don't think he gets sacked because of the ownership clarification upstairs. But I do think this is his last season at Man United. I do not think that he lasts past his season no matter what. Whether he gets sacked on Sunday or whether he gets sacked in May. This is his last season. He is not lasting longer than 2 seasons at Man United, no matter what. And in terms of who I want the next manager, the one name I've heard is obviously Graham Potter. That's been the name mentioned. Funnily enough, he was the second manager in my article of who I wanted. Ten Hag first, and it was Graham Potter. So we're going down the list now. It appears to be. We're going down the list. The Chelsea stint has scared me. I'm not gonna lie. I also think he's a little too similar to Ten Hag in terms of tactically. I think Graham Potter is not a guy that builds one philosophy and just follows it. He keeps switching it up, and that scares me. I don't like too much switching. I think you could have some variation and flexibility in your tactics. Every top coach must have that, but all that variation has to be built on one principle, about like a core principle. I'm scared Graham Potter doesn't have that. But I also think he could kind of be like a manager that kind of just stabilizes the project a little bit. Just stabilize it and builds it up a little bit, like he did at Brighton maybe, and then they upgraded with the Zerbi. Maybe we could do that with Graham Potter. If the new owner comes in and gives Graham Potter like a 2-year contract, 18-month contract, I'm like, that's calm. You did the short, you hired him short term. Let's see what he does, and then we assess from there. That's fine. If they give him a 5-year contract, I'm gonna be like, why the hell are you giving out 5-year contracts? Do not give out 5-year contracts. Do the short term thing, and let's see what happens. So I'm okay with Graham Potter. We have the unique names like Amorim from Sporting, obviously. That's the one name. Yeah. United fans won't accept a 3-back though, unfortunately. I want a 3-back. I told Staffy this, bro. 3-4-2-1 is my favorite formation in football. I really think if you put the right profiles into a 3-4-2-1 or a 3-5-2, you could go very far. But you have to have a really strong core upstairs that can really scout players and can bring in players for that right profile. Because I think if you really bring a 3-4-2-1, bro, I think you could dominate. Or you could do really well.
You need to be backed. You need to be backed for that. I agree with that. So, bro, a lot of people don't agree with like the 3-5-2 formation, having 3 at the back. But if you have the right recruitment mixed in with the three at the back, you can make it work for you defensively and attacking.
Yep.
Like people automatically hear three at the back and they think, oh, defensive. Oh, you're just trying to play boring football. Oh, it's gonna be congested in the middle. No, you got the wing backs making the runs for you, and then you got the centre backs there putting a back line of three, which they spread out, and then when the team's coming towards you, they get a bit more compact in so they can cover the goal. It's simple as that. But then once they spread out, it's more open and you get free flowing. But you need, like you said, you need to have the right recruitment. If you don't have the right recruitment, it all falls in on itself.
Yeah, but it's
You know what
so
I mean?
it's so difficult. I really don't know who to bring in. I don't know who I want. I'm not gonna lie. I have to hear more names. And we'll see what happens from there. But I just want a young manager. I want a manager that's not gonna be a coward. No disrespect to Ten Hag, but for me, he's been a coward at Man United. I didn't even ask for Ajax football. I don't want you to play Ajax football. That's fine, bro. That's not Man United. That's fine. But you told me Man United DNA. If this is Man United DNA, then I must have grown up watching a different Man United, bro. They must have had a different name. Maybe I was watching you in Heath, bro, what we used to be called. Maybe that's what I was watching. But I grew up on attacking wingers, dynamic football, transition ball. Bro, you told me you wanted to be transitional. We ain't transitioning. Every time I see us in transition, we ain't do jack shit.
Yeah.
I see Arsenal play transition ball. I can see them transition. I see Liverpool play transition ball. I see City play transition ball. I even see freaking Nottingham Forest play better transition ball with Morgan Gibbs White and Anthony Elanga. So, if you told me transitional ball, this ain't transitional ball. This is, I don't know what ball it is. That's what it is. Yeah. So, I don't know what he wants, but in terms of the future, just give me, first of all, stock up on the academy. Make sure we keep getting top academy products. I want more Kobe Mainus because you talked about his maturity. I watched him in the academy. I watched him for 2 years. I wrote an article about him 18 months ago. I said, this guy, no matter what, this is the type of player that you bring in through the academy and you bring more of him because, like you're right, he's mature beyond his years. I told you guys about that preseason game. I watched it, and watching a player live really exposes you to football more and more and more. And bro, the way he conducted himself in that midfield, people can say it's preseason, but he was going up against Declan Rice, Martin Odegaard, and Kai Havertz, especially focused on Declan Rice and Odegaard. Declan Rice, but whether people hate him or not, he's a tough midfielder to go up against. His fellow peers will tell you that. He's not an easy midfielder to go up against, and Kobe Mainoo held his own. And that's a good experience. And people say don't throw him into the game at Anfield. Bro, throw him into the game at Anfield. What's the worst that can happen? He holds a beating. Bro, it's fine. He can hold that, bro. He could be like, okay, I learned from my mistakes. Bro, it's football, bro. Sometimes you get beat. Whether you're 18 or whether you're 25, the loss ain't going to sting any more than it at that age, bro. He's just going to hope he's like, okay, this team is fault. But throw him in. If he plays well, he'd be like, I handle Anfield. What else can I? That's it. I handled the biggest stadium in the Premier League, the most toughest atmosphere. Now let's go. So I think people overreact when they tell him he's a youngster. Don't play him, bro. This is Man United. Youth courage success. He was even in our freaking jersey last year on the print in the back of the home jersey. On the collar, that's what that shit read. It's read youth courage success. So give me youth courage success. Don't put these guys on the bench and give them a start or 5 minutes every other month like you did with Hannibal. Bro, I saw Hannibal left wing on Tuesday. The hell was that? In September, you told me his energy is infectious. He motivates the whole squad, and the kid saw 90 minutes in Sun. Yeah, Scott McTominay is playing 90 minutes every single match day. Well, that's coward. That's a man that abandons his principles.
This is because I'm just gonna get onto one last point about Man United before we move on. Yeah, but this is another thing. Yeah, in every single Man United team that's won loads, there's always been one prospect that has come up through the academy. Always, without fail, in every year. Go back all of the generations. Go back all of the years since their creation when they were Newton Heath. There's always been prospect come up from the academy in that team. There at times there were 2, there were 3, there were 4 of them. Do you know what I mean? There was even the Busby Babes. Bro, it's all through the history, bro. The class of 92, the young players, bro. So I don't know what kind of heritage, I don't know what kind of history, what Man United, the way this guy was trying to play. But I just wanted to focus on one last thing before we move on, which was something that you said on Staffy's channel, which I couldn't agree with more. That you guys off the ball are the worst team you've seen. And I can't lie. the worst team off the ball, like in the Premier League.
Or they play like me on FIFA, bro. They ball watch. They just go for the ball. That's it. They don't know how to cover space at all, bro. They just stare at the ball. They got the goggles on. They're like this. Oh, the ball's right there. Let me go for it. And then they'll leave 50 yards of acres behind them, and the other player will just attack it, bro. And that's on Ten Hag. Build a structure, build a defensive system where your players know how to cover space, and they don't ball watch, bro. Against the goal against Bayern, you had Wan-Bissaka keeping Sané off. It wasn't just Wan-Bissaka with other players, but look at all that space that was in the middle of the freaking the 6-yard box. That shit was open as the Red Sea, bro. Anyone could have swam in there. And all it took was one pass from Harry Kane. Why the hell were 4 players surrounding Harry Kane? What do you guys think he is? Ronaldinho in his prime. He's Harry Kane, bro. He's a world-class player, and he got a hell of a finish on him. But you don't need 4 players surrounding Harry Kane.
Yeah.
You do not need that, bro. He ain't going to do 5 step-overs on you. It ain't happening.
Covering space is the most important thing in football. And all you need to do is coordinated presses. So 2 players press, and then they go back to their position when he moves to the other side, and the other 2 players press. It's very simple, but I don't know what's going on with this team. I don't know what's going on with Ten Hag, because he clearly can't relay the messages out to them. I don't even think he realizes it himself.
Maybe he got abducted, bro. Maybe we brought the wrong guy from Netherlands, bro. Maybe someone abducted him in Netherlands, and we maybe take off the mask, bro. I don't know what it is.
Bro, it's gonna be like the guy from freaking what's it?
It's gonna be Frank de Boer under the mask, bro. That's who we have. We're Frank de Boer, bro. Don't listen to the news telling you got sacked in Qatar or wherever the hell he was, bro.
Bro, that's crazy, man. But anyway, moving on. Chelsea is the next topic, man. What are your thoughts on this Chelsea team? Because let's face it, they spent $1 billion. Pochettino is on the verge of being sacked. I mean, there loads of Chelsea fans calling for his head now. This was supposed to be a long-term project. They brought him in with the thought process of it being a long-term project. What are your thoughts on the whole Chelsea team? Because they're currently sitting low right now.
Yeah, I mean, we can bring up all those horrible stats about Chelsea. There's a bunch of them. But the thing with Chelsea is, in the beginning of the season, I was very high on them because I'm like, yo, there's so many talented players in that team. Whether people rate it, bro, it's such a talented squad. That squad does not deserve to be in 12th. Like, absolutely not, bro. There are so many good players on that squad, whether people want to be objective or not. And I'm like, bro, Poch just has to get them firing. And bro, the underlying numbers were so good in the beginning of the season. I'm not gonna lie. You're like, okay, they just have to eventually just figure it out as the season progresses. But as the season's progressing, they're getting worse and worse and worse. And that's where I'm looking at Poch now. Obviously, we could talk about Todd Bowley, bro, because I think, well, if GTA was in real life, bro, Todd Bowley would have 5 stars around him every single day, bro. I promise you, this guy is a crook. I see what he does in baseball over here, bro. He just signed the best baseball player in the world, Shohei Ohtani, to 10 years, $700 million. Do you know that he deferred $680 million and is gonna pay him that in 10 years?
Fucking hell, bro.
So right now he's only paying the best player in baseball is earning $2 million a year right now. Because Todd Bowley deferred him so he could build around. So like, bro, Todd Bowley is a loophole king, bro. He will find every single loophole in the business, bro, to make sure that he gets away with it. It is ridiculous. Sometimes I have to applaud it. Sometimes I'm not gonna lie. But I tweeted, bro, I'm like, yeah, you did that because you want to go buy more 16-year-olds from the favelas. That's what it is. You want to go buy another David Washington, bro. I don't even know who these people are, bro. David Washington, bro. Man, we're hiring George Washington's 8th nephew or something like that. What's it called? But I think with Chelsea, I think Poch, I don't think he's the right manager for it. They bought players that are JDP. They want to play possession-style football. Poch is not that. He knows how to play some, but he's a pressing manager. We all know that from Spurs. The high press is the best thing about Poch. That's what everyone invested Poch stocks for. The high press was absolutely insane. This Chelsea team, bro, bar Conor Gallagher, and none of them want to press. Enzo Fernandez don't want to press. He just want to play ball. Caicedo don't want to be a 6. He wants to be an 8. He wants to be like a Conte. He just wants to run around, put some tackles in, carry the ball a little bit. God for their attacker situation, that is by, bro, us and Chelsea going machine for machine in terms of who has the worst attacking situation in the Premier League because, bro, no disrespect to Mudryk, but he is so raw. He needs like 8 loans before he even starts thinking about being a top player in the Premier League. Raheem Sterling, he'll give you the flashes of old Raheem from time to time. I think Cole Palmer is decent. I think there are still some worries about maybe his athleticism, but on the ball, he's really good. Nicholas Jackson, bro, that guy does not want to shoot, bro. He's afraid to shoot the football, bro. In preseason, I'm like, yo, this guy just putting everything in the back of the net, and then the real game started. He's like, I don't want to shoot no more. He's a no action footballer, no action Jackson as they call him. I think Lavia landing for them will be important when Lavia comes in because he'll be at 6. He's a 6 for this Chelsea system, and he'll take away the reins from Caicedo and allow Caicedo to be more freedom, like just be a little bit more free on the pitch. Their center back situation is good in terms of Badiashile. I think for me is top class. I think Colwell.
I love Badiashile.
I think Badiashile is their best center back. I think Colwell has a bright future. I think concentration levels are a little bit he has to improve on. I think being a left back doesn't help that because being a fullback, you have to be concentrated at all times, no matter what, because you have so much to cover around you, whether it's underlaps, whether it's overlaps, all that kind of stuff. You have to be concentrated at all times. Thiago Silva, they gotta send that man back to Fluminense. It's over for him. Child, legendary career, but sometimes it's just over. When it's over, it's over. Malo Gusto for me. Reece James, your corners are getting taken soon enough. They're getting taken from Malo Gusto when Malo Gusto really gets some full playing time. And Kunku might be decent, but bro, they spent $1 billion, but they got to spend like another $500 million. I'm gonna be real, because if you keep spending $20 million on Petrovic's and David Washington's and I don't know what other players. I can't even remember the names, bro. Tyson Chandler, this other goalkeeper. They bought some guy named Chandler or something. I don't know, man. But they need more quality players. They need a striker that's a striker that will be a top number 9. Whether they go for Victor Osimhen, whether it's Ivan Toney, but whether it's another like a 40-50 mil striker in Europe, around the world, I don't know. Yo, go buy Victor Boniface, for example. That's a good young from.
Yeah, he's looking good.
Go buy Sesko, bro. You want to talk about you want to do this youth system, this youth team. Go buy a top striker prospect, bro. You can't be buying all these midfielders and goalkeepers and stuff like that, but that are young. But you're not gonna go buy a young striker, which is the most important probably position to buy young talent in, because if it bangs, it really bangs, bro. If you buy a young striker and it really hits, then you have a limitless future in terms of that. Go buy Sesko, see what he could do. So I think for me, Chelsea, they have a lot more to solve. I don't think Poch will be the right answer, but I don't know who the right answer is, because it must be so tough working under that regime, because I know a couple people that at Chelsea, like Joe Shields, for example, the guy that brought Lavia, the one that was at Southampton last year. He don't have enough power, and he's got so many connects within the youth football world, but they're not using that. You got this Paul Winstanley guy, bro. Who is that? Who is Paul Winstanley? Who is that, bro? Paul Winstanley. Who is that?
Bro, I don't know.
You had the Leipzig DOF, bro. Get the Leipzig DOF, bro. Whether we like it or not, Leipzig are respected in terms of what they're trying to build, and you're trying to model their system. You bought all these Brighton and Leipzig, dude, but you're letting them leave within 6 months. Vavel, whatever his name was. I don't know what his name was. Yeah. But I'm like, bro, what are you doing, man? I think with Chuck.
They've set up the system, in a way where they can take advantage of so many different avenues. But right now it seems like Todd Bowley and the other guy, I forgot what his name was, are just trying to run the shop.
Igbali, I think, right?
Igbali. Yeah. Igbali. Bowley and Igbali are just doing what they want to do. Yeah. They're doing what they want to do. Right now, I'm hoping, I'm praying that they come in for Nketiah, bro. Just come in for Nketiah, man. He'll give you goals.
It might come in for your goal.
It might not be consistent. Or what, Aaron Ramsdale?
Yeah.
No. I already hear
Sanchez is out for a few weeks, by the way.
Yeah, but I already hear talks of Newcastle going in for him.
Oh, damn!
So Newcastle
versus the Saudis, machine for machine. Who got more money? Let's see. Who got the bread?
Bro, the Saudis, they got money. Bowley's got money. Saudis got oil money, bro. That's different money, bro.
I mean, to be fair, part of Bowley's consortium is Saudi, by the way. They funded that, so yeah, never mind. They're gonna tell him, no, you ain't done in this, bro. This is our
you
thing.
Ain't getting that, bro. You ain't getting that. But yeah, I think from my point of view, obviously Nicholas Jackson, when they brought him in, he doesn't look like a striker to me. He looks like somebody that may be able to progress the ball, because on the ball, I think he's so good. But it's just that final finish, because on the ball he's good. He has a little pass, link up. He can link up with a player, but that final shot, and even at times that final pass, I think just in high pressure moments where if you're up top, whether you're a bagsman who just gets a shot off and bang, or you are the one who helps with the build-up, i.e. a Jesus, you need to be able to handle a high-pressure situation. He can't handle that high-pressure situation that comes with being a striker or being a number 9. Yeah, whether it's false 9 or a natural 9. So for me, he needs to be moved into a different position where they can utilize what he does, being good on the ball, being able to pass where there's not much pressure on him. But that probably ends up having to be someone behind the striker. Now they're putting a lot, and I say a lot of pressure on Nkunku coming back. A lot of pressure. Like I've seen teams depend on an injured player coming back, but this guy ain't even tested in the league. Not saying that he's gonna be bad. I rate Nkunku. I think he is such a good player. Like such a good player. I watched a lot of games of him at Leipzig, and bro, he is too good. But he is gonna take some getting used to the league, maybe even for a game or two, because it's just gonna take him. He's gonna have to get used to the pressing, the way the defenders press on him, the way because defenders are gonna be on him straight away. They're gonna know this guy's the one that they're gonna pass to try to shoot. So we need to stay on him. Let's get him. Let's get both the centre backs to stay on him. Yeah, and they bounce him from one to the other. Do you know what I mean? So they definitely need to. Whether it's not Poch or not, or because I know you said Poch is not the guy, or you think he might not be the guy. I think he is. I think he is the guy to take them forward. I just feel like they need to wait. I feel like it takes some time. Poch still needs to implement his way. Yet again, Poch is going to bring in some people from the academy because he always does that. He loves bringing in players from the academy, which we haven't seen yet. It's his first season. He came in to Todd Bowley and Iqbali doing their madness. Where they were doing fire sale, you know, in Black Ops 1. I don't know if you played Black Ops. Did you play Black Ops 1?
Yeah.
You know, zombies.
Yeah.
You know where it goes fire sale, and you just go from one box to the other, and you're just buying it. You're just buying it because you're trying to get a good gun. That's what they were doing with players, bro. Oh, that looks like a good deal. Bang. That looks like a good deal. Bang. They're just buying player. I'm like, bro, even a good manager coming into that system and just them buying all of those players where I don't even know if they took into consideration what players go with Poch's system. So he's coming to that system where he's got players that might not suit his play style, and he's got to adapt. He's trying to play Colwell in that left back position. I understand that's a mistake. I fully understand that's a mistake. He should never play in left back position, never. But when it comes to other players that he's been playing, Cole Palmer, he's managed to get a mad tune out of him. He's managed to get a tune out of Sterling a couple of games. Obviously his performances are in and out. He's Gusto, the tune that he got out of Cucurella.
Yeah, Cucurella looks better.
People were saying this guy was a dead case, bro. He was done for, and he's managed to get a tune out of him. So I think for me, Poch definitely can do something with this Chelsea team. I think they just need to stick with him if they really want to do this long-term shit, and they really want to do the process. But they have to stick with him. Do you know what I mean?
I hear that too. Fair. I mean, Poch asked for Prem experienced players, so go get him Prem experienced players. Let him die like what we do with Ten Hag. Let him die on his sword. Get him his players. If it don't work, then get him out. Yeah, it's Chelsea, bro. They don't got a problem selling players. So
exactly. The thing is now they're in a bit position. They're in a predicament where they have to sell now. They have to sell before they can buy anybody because they've got to get players off the wage bill now. Because they've literally flooded their wage bill with these players that they've done or something like that. I was reading the article, but I didn't fully read into it. So they're in a predicament now. Whether it be they've got too many players or
they just have too many players. They just have too many. The wage bill is fine. They just have too many players. That's what it is.
Yeah. So they're gonna have to sell in order to buy. But for me, I'm looking at it like this: where can they finish realistically? If they this season, I'm thinking I'm gonna say 10,
something like that, yeah.
But bro. They listen. They need to definitely speak to Poch before making any more transfers, any more,
Yeah, I
because
agree with that.
Poch can definitely give some insights to what he wants, the kind of players that he wants. This January transfer window is going to be key for them because they're going to have to fill in a lot of holes that they have now. They had a lot of players injured, but we will see what happens with that because that will that's going to be interesting. To see what happens with Chelsea, man, because they're at their lowest of the low at the moment. And I think just getting on to the last point for today for this stream, which is the title race. We're going to speak about each of the three respective clubs, just a brief overview of the three respective clubs, and obviously you just give me your thoughts on Arsenal, Man City, and Liverpool, because they've listen. Let's face it. I think this January transfer window will tell us who's going to win the league.
Yeah,
Whoever goes in serious in this January transfer window will win the league because all three teams are missing people right now. All three teams are missing key players or key positions in their teams for them to move forward and get to that ultimate level. So, what your thoughts on the three teams? I don't know if you can give a brief overview on the three teams.
I could. First of all, these are my three least favorite teams in the Premier League, and the fact that all three of them are in the title race absolutely disgusts me. It's absolutely ridiculous. Like I've said, Arsenal are the lesser of three evils, so I hope that they win the Premier League. Unfortunately, as much as it pains me, I just can't have Hassan be happy. I can't have Liverpool fan, and God forbid we let Professor Hamza have a 4P on his hands. God forbid we allow that to happen.
4P is crazy, bro.
God forbid, bro. We do not, bro. This guy's gonna talk to me about heritage every day. Manchester United never did that. Sir Alex Ferguson never did that. Pep Guardiola, heritage. So I think I'll start with Arsenal. For me, I still think Arsenal can win. I do believe Arsenal can win this Premier League. I think I talked about this. I disagree with what Carragher had said about Arsenal being weaker than last year. Do I think maybe attacking wise they're not as efficient and fluid as last year? Yes, but defensively you're so much more resolute there, especially with the addition of Declan Rice, of course, because Declan Rice for me might be the best defensive midfielder in terms of defending. Bro, this guy is just a one. Like him and Paulinho are just like, bro, one man defenses, bro. It's like you just put them into six, bro, and they can just defend every single acre of space that they need to. They just cover so much ground with every single duel. But I've never seen Declan Rice lose a duel in my life. I swear to God, it's absolutely incredible. And his strides and everything like that. William Saliba, we control. Rolls Royce center back, best young center back in the world. I have him in my top three center backs, and he'll be the best center back in the world within the next 18 months with a consensus. I think Gabriel's decent. Left back, tricky was Zinchenko, but you'll have Timber coming back during the prime time in the title race, which for me is very crucial. And I think
I can't wait, bro.
There's the one thing that separates City, Arsenal from Liverpool. City and Arsenal still have players that need to come back. Liverpool don't. That's one difference. But Arsenal have Year and Timber coming back, and we talked about January. I don't know what position it will be. You have the three positions you could go get. You have striker, obviously, another midfielder, or another defender. It's very tricky. I don't know what you'll do if you get like a top striker in that could really flip everything, because Bukayo Saka will eventually become, like, in terms of his goals will eventually go up. Martinelli, I believe his goals will eventually go up. Jesus is still good. Odegaard, I have my doubts about Odegaard, but he's still a good player. You still have a good team. You have the most defense. You're the best defense in the league, and when you're the best defense in the league, you automatically have a chance at the title, because defense wins championships, and that's true in every sport, not just football. So you have that best defense, so you have a real chance. You have a manager that I believe can win the Premier League. I have my doubts about him in Champions League, but that's the whole different competition. But Premier League alone, I believe that Arteta can win this Premier League. So I think Arsenal have a strong chance. And actually, for me right now, they're my favorites. Still, right now they're my favorites. That's who I have as my favorites, because the addition of Timber, and I do think Arsenal will spend. I know how Stan Kroenke operates. This guy's a winner. He wants to win. And his only franchise that hasn't won yet is Arsenal Football Club. So he's going to want them to win. And I think he'll go get one of those players. He might even go get two players. Whether, like, it could be like last year, it could be like kind of like on the cheaper side, maybe like a Trossard and Jorginho. But all it takes is the two right players. They don't have to be, my bad. They don't have to be the perfect players. They just have to fit the system and fit what Arteta wants, his vision, and that's it. I'll go with Liverpool next. Liverpool for me, I think, are the weakest of the title contenders. First of all, they have the Europa, and no team that has played in Europa League in the same season has won the Premier League yet. So they're battling against history. For me, they also have the worst defense out of everything. I know defensively they have the decent numbers, but that's because Alisson's just God. Let's be real, bro. Alisson is just like we talk about Declan Rice being a one-man defense. Alisson's a one-man defense, bro. He just saves every single thing on the planet. It's ridiculous.
Bro, he is the best. That's why I say that Alisson, although I rate Courtois so highly, and even my boy Ashraf who's in
Alisson's
here,
the best one in the
to
team.
Stegen, even to Stegen, he said to Stegen is. But I think Alisson is just
it's by
the
far.
amount of points he saved them, bro. It's crazy.
It's ridiculous. He's the best goalkeeper in the world by far, in my opinion. Van Dijk is back to his best. If Liverpool signed a number 6, and I'm talking about a top quality 6, if they sign like a Joao Paulinho, that flips everything on its head because, bro, that's all they're lacking. That 1-6. Because and they have the dynamism in attack. Even though I think their attack is a little overrated. It's just Mo Salah. I'm gonna be real. Mo Salah carries that attack. The reputation of that attack is Mo Salah, bro. Take Mo Salah out of that, that is a championship. That's a bottom half attack. I'm gonna be real, bro. Those guys without Mo Salah creating the passes for them, they don't know how to create their own shot. Luis Diaz does. Other than Luis Diaz, bro, Darwin Nunez needs service. He needs service. Cody Gakpo, he needs better attackers around him. He needs all that. So I think with Liverpool, I think they're the weakest of the 3. But they really just need one player for me, and they also have the manager that's won the Premier League. I think Jurgen Klopp can do it. But if they take Europa and then they're struggling on the Premier League, they could do it. And they obviously have the Anfield hype, though, like the Anfield juju. Though they're never gonna lose at home this year. That's a guarantee. I guarantee you, Liverpool do not drop a single point at home this year. It's not happening. So it's all about the away games. And obviously then you have Man City. They have the best player that's currently coming back, Kevin De Bruyne. So that's the one thing I'm going for them. That's a game changer.
I always say it, bro.
The best player in the Premier League. They have the best. They have the most world class players in the league. They have the best manager in the league. They have all that kind of stuff. But for me, I think defensively, they've been the worst out of the. They've been the weakest out of the 3 so far, technically, in terms of how many chances they conceded. But I trust Pep to tweak it a little bit. Obviously, we all know how Pep is. Come January, this guy brings out the bulletin board. He's like, tweak this, all that kind of stuff that he does to make sure that it works. I think they'll sign a player in January as well. I think Pep realizes that maybe we just can't vibe to the Premier League anymore. I know Kyle Walker said we'll do our stuff, but bro, I think Arsenal and Liverpool are at the level of strength that City have to upgrade somewhere. They don't have that world-class squad that they had the last 2 title races that they proper had against Liverpool. Yeah. They can't really depend on that squad. Pep needs reinforcements, and I think they'll get him 1 minimum. But I don't think the motivation is there for them to. But they just look a little bit. There's something different about City this year. I know we say that every single year, but bro, they kept 1 clean sheet in the Champions League. They barely kept clean sheets over the last month. They just won their first game in like 4 games. It just feels like at the level that Arsenal and Liverpool are operating at right now, I think City don't have that room for error that they've had in previous years. And I think that might just be enough for them to kind of not win the Premier League. So for me right now, I think Arsenal are the favorites. I think the fact that they haven't won it yet kind of gives them that a little bit of an advantage, the hunger to just win it, especially after last year. I always say this. The team that finishes second the year before, they have the most hunger to win it next year. And that kind of hunger, it either makes them rise to the top or it just makes them crumble. Like they just like sometimes finishing second can kind of gas you up. You're like, oh, we finished second place. Bro, all we just gotta do is raise it a little bit and we'll win. And sometimes you just get too cocky and you fall and you crash. Yeah. But I think Arsenal aren't like that. We saw with Liverpool, bro, when they finished 1 point behind City. They finished second, and then next year they steamrolled the league. Bro, they took it by someone. They steamrolled every single person. I think Arsenal.
Was it January or February that they?
Or January, February. Like, we call it COVID title. Let's be real. They had this shit wrapped up by Christmas time. It was over. So I think Arsenal. I respect. I could troll about Arsenal, all that kind of stuff. I do my trolling on YouTube and everything. But when I keep it like real, this is a great team. This is a great team. And I think, especially in league form, the way they have to play in the Premier League, bro, they just leave you. They know how to shut off the game defensively. The way that you guys just don't let teams attack you at all is absolutely incredible. Bro, you know how to cover every single acre of space. You have the best center back partnership. It's a good.
I don't think that's Grigs. I don't think that's because of the center back partnership. Shall I be honest with you?
You have Declan Rice as well, like in front.
Declan Rice is the reason why we are defensively how we are this season, because the amount of times like I've seen him in transition when a team is attacking us, like and let's say for instance if Gabriel was out of position, or let's say for instance William Saliba is out of position, yeah, I've seen Declan Rice just literally occupy that space as a centre back or makeshift centre back while the centre back gets back in position. So many times in games, so many times. So Declan Rice is probably the reason why we are defensively sound. Obviously, not taking anything away from the centre back partnership because I think Gabriel and Saliba have been amazing this season. But obviously, just nitpicking on a few things. The funny thing is, Paulinho is actually linked to us.
Nah, yo,
That's the weird thing.
That is so
Do you
negative.
know? Do you know what he's trying to do?
I know
Do you
he's
know what
trying
he's
to
trying
do.
to do? He's trying to play Rice in the 8,
And
and
Paulinho
he's
is
going
six.
for a 6.
I know.
He's
That's
going for a 6 right now, which I don't understand because I think Rice is like a world class 6. Obviously, once he plays at a high level for a bit, I'm not saying that he's world class yet. I think he's playing at a world class level, but you have to go for a
You know
bit.
what the thing is? I think Rice is better as an 8, but I don't think Paulinho is the right 6 for him. I think he needs to have a very progressive passer at the 6. Because Rice, Declan Rice has many strengths, but his progressive passing is not one of them. I'm gonna be real.
That's what we have.
He's a better carrier. He's a better carrier, obviously, on the football. And his progressive carries are always high up, which is fine. So he can play the 8. But you have Odegaard, obviously, and next to him. But if you have a 6 that has this really good progressive passer, but also defensively, like really good defensively, then you could really make it work. I don't think Paulinho is the right 6. Like you need a Thomas Partey in terms of the passing, but he just has to be better defensively because Thomas Partey could be a liability defensively, in my opinion. You just need a more defensively astute Thomas Partey with Declan Rice, and then you have Odegaard just vibing.
To be honest, even Thomas Partey, I disagree. I don't think he's a liability, but I've heard that before. I've heard other people say it, but the only thing is we have Thomas Partey, which I think Thomas Partey, Declan Rice, and Odegaard as a midfield. I think that's an amazing midfield. But the only thing is, for me, is Thomas Partey can't stay fit. This guy's bones are made of biscuits, bro. Literally made of biscuits. And not even a strong biscuit. You know how you get the old stale biscuit that doesn't break, bro? This is some soggy shit that's been dipped in tea for ages. Bro, this guy gets injured in training. This guy gets injured. I've never seen a player get injured in training more than this guy. So it's just whether we can keep the players fit. Timber is massive, bro. I can't wait for that guy, bro. I'm counting the days, bro. I'm just watching him attend the stadium, walk around, laughing, and this. He goes to every single game and watches it, and even chants, bro. He chants in the stands, bro. He's doing the Saliba chant and the Kai Havertz chant. It's crazy.
I wanted him at United so bad, bro. I wrote a whole article on him. Even
chasing him.
Bro, you know why? Because I wrote an article by him. His agent read it too. Bro, he's such a good fucking player.
Really?
Like, I wanted him at right back for us because center back for me, he could play center back, but it's just a height thing. It's the same thing with Alessandro. I think right back he could be so good. I think Arteta's the right coach for him because I think Arteta knows how to coach his defenders. We've seen it, obviously.
This is an interesting one from Hugo. He said I want Danny Olmo.
He's cool, but he's just crocked, bro. He's so injury prone. Like we talk about Partey's hamstring falling off the bone. Danny Olmo's hamstring falling off the bone too, and he's much younger than Partey already. So I think Danny Olmo's Barca bound eventually too. I think he's got.
Bro, if I had my way, because I don't agree. I think that Rice is a 6. I want him as a 6.
That's fair.
But I want a world class 8. So I'm talking about the Frankie De Jongs. I'm talking about the Leon Goretzka.
If you get Frankie, then Declan Rice can be a 6. I agree. For me, whether you play Declan Rice as an 8 or a 6, it depends who the 6 or the 8 is, vice versa, pretty much. Like it depends who his midfield partner is. That would for me will dictate what position you should play Declan Rice. If you get Frankie De Jong, then yeah, bro, play Declan Rice at the 6 because Frankie De Jong will just do all the progressive by himself. He don't need no one else. He's a one-man progressor.
Exactly.
That's fine. So it all depends.
Exactly. Now Liverpool, obviously, we'll just quickly talk about them as well, and Man City. I think Liverpool, obviously, João Palhinha, you already said it, but if they get João Palhinha, it could be serious. If they do get João Palhinha, it's serious. I think that's a problem. And then a centre back. If I'm thinking just off the top of my head, I know they've been linked to Lacroix from Wolfsburg.
Yeah, that's some FIFA hype thing.
Bro, he's just pace, bro. You know what I mean? For a few players, bro, they know this guy's just pace, bro. Straight. But I think even like getting a nice right-sided centre back, I can't even because I don't study the market anymore for centre backs, so I don't even know who's available at the moment. Obviously,
I
you might.
got you a bunch of names, bro. You got Gonçalo Inácio from Sporting, the left sided center back. You obviously got the Branthwaite, which Everton will never sell to Liverpool, so they can check that out off. You have Scalvini from Atalanta. You have the guy that you were linked with today, Jared Hato from Ajax.
Hato, I've been hearing that name everywhere, bro.
He's cold. He's cold. He's cold. I know people that I trust when it comes to like that kind of the young scene in football. He's really good. They really rave about him. He was the youngest captain in Ajax history. He captained yesterday. Diomande, obviously, who I think will also go Arsenal. I'm not gonna lie. I think that's your next center back. I think Diomande is. I'm not gonna lie. The Sporting dude. It's been in the works for a minute. Who else do you have? You have Todibo, who I think Liverpool can go get. Hopefully Jim Ratcliffe doesn't allow it to happen, and he kind of favors us with that. But there's a bunch. You have Antonio Silva. There's a bunch of center backs. I think center back is the one position in world football, but there's so many players that you could go get.
What about that Tapsoba guy?
Tapsoba, that's another one. They go get him too. They got Hincapie. They have a bunch of players.
They can get. They've got literally loads to choose from for their centre back position, because I think right now it's the right centre back position. I don't know which centre back position they're trying to fill, because obviously Hassan was going on about we need a centre back as well. Yeah. But I was looking at it, I don't know which centre back position, because I think
there's a bunch.
Van Dijk and Konate. And they still have
Konate's spooky, by the way. He
definitely has his injury.
It's not even the injury. It's just playing wise, bro. He's been spooky. I think
really
mistake wise. I think he's been making a lot of mistakes lately. I don't think they talked about him being like the Van Dijk heir, like the heir to Van Dijk's throne. It ain't gonna be him. They're gonna have to get a better one than Konate. I'm gonna be real. I mean, even though I know who the right heir to Van Dijk's throne in terms of the Premier League is, it's obviously Saliba. That's the next Van Dijk, obviously. But in terms for Liverpool standards, they're gonna have to. It ain't Konate, that's for sure. He ain't got the presence of Van Dijk and the calmness of Van Dijk. He's too rash.
Yeah, I could see that actually. You know what? You're right. He is. Sometimes he can be rash, whether he goes into tackles, how he handles like corners and stuff. I've seen him scuffling with people in the corner box on an attacking corner. I'm like, bro, why are you scuffling with? Like the ref spoke to him twice on one game. I forgot what game it was. He spoke to him twice, and the guy's still messing about with the guy. I'm like, bro, just leave him. You already got told twice, bro. Why are you sitting there messing about with the?
I think someone like Badi and Sheila would have been perfect at Liverpool, in my opinion. Something like that. That would have been cool.
Bro, I know you're on the same wavelength as me, bro.
Just go get a French center back, bro. Just go get a French center back. They're all good. I'm gonna be real. They're all good. It's like the French center backs don't miss.
Apart from Upamecano.
Nah, but even Upamecano is really good on the ball. Like there's not many better center backs on the ball. Off the ball, you can be.
Off the ball,
I guarantee you, bro. Give Upa to Arteta, he'll fix him up right away. I promise you. Give Upa to Arteta, he'll fix him up right away. He'll take away Gabriel used to have the same weaknesses as Upamecano off the ball. Arteta fixed that right up.
Bro, so gassed about Gabriel. Bro, that's the
bro, you saw Upa against Hoyland. Bro, you saw Upa against Hoyland on Tuesday, bro. People can joke around Hoyland. Hoyland is not some non-physical striker. Hoyland can really like bully you. Upamecano wasn't allowing that. That's crazy. He's strong, bro. That's a bully right there. He needs the right system. Bayern invite so much chaos that Upamecano can't have too much chaos, because that like freaking the waves in his brain light up like, oh, chaos. Let's do it. Let's be erratic. You can't have that. You need to bring him into a calmness. He needs to be calm.
Yeah.
So
like a possession team that not a lot of times they're getting attacked. Yeah. I get what you're saying, and obviously just finishing off on Manchester City. In my opinion, I think a massive problem for them, has been Gvardiol. When he's coming to that defense, I don't know. It doesn't fit. He doesn't fit in that left back position the way. And listen, I fully understand it, because I think he was a centre back, wasn't he? And they were playing a back three, wasn't they?
Yeah, he's played left back before for Croatia, but international football is different. He's just not as he's not as good 1v1 as Ake was.
Yes, exactly.
It's just that he's not. He needs to play center back. He can't play left back in City, because City's left back because they need to be 1v1 demons in defense.
Yeah,
They gotta be locked down, and he's not that. Ake is.
because of the high line.
Ake can shut you
Because of
down.
the high line, yeah. The thing is, because of the high line that City play, that left back has got to be up and down, up and down, up and down, while being able to, when he has to, be fully 100% with the one-on-one with a winger, and he's got to be prepared to come up against.
You know what is with Guardiola too? Guardiola is quick, by the way. He's not like slow. Like in a sprint, he can catch up to you, but in those 1v1 tight spaces, he's stiff. So the winger can get around him. Ake is more versatile. He's more quick in terms of like the close, like in the close situations. He's more quicker because he's more nimble. He's shorter, so he's like that. Guardiola's more of a his stature is more bigger. So I think that's what it is.
Bro, I saw it. I can't lie. I saw it, bro. When we played them at the Emirates, bro, Jesus was on the right wing, bro. He was twisting him up a couple of times.
I mean, Jesus is cold dribbling, to be fair.
None. Huh?
Jesus is cold dribbling, to be fair. Like, he is one of the best dribbling strikers in the world. So, like, he's
Bro,
cold.
hey, listen, man.
He just can't finish his dinner.
He may not give you goals. He may not give you goals.
He can't finish his dinner.
What
He's cold dribbling, bro. He's cold dribbling.
What he does on the ball, and sometimes the passes that he sees are crazy, bro. Sometimes I've seen him give the ball to Martinelli in some crazy positions, bro. It's crazy. But yeah, I think that's it for today's episode. This was a good episode, man. Listen, big up to you, Grigs, man. Big up to you. It was great to have you on the channel today for another episode of Cold Hard Truths. Is a success. Big up to everybody in the chat. Fucking hell, I had a mind fart there, bro. Big up to everybody in the chat who joined us for this Cold Hard Truths episode as well. Grigs, his channel will be in the description, so make sure to go to his channel and subscribe. I will be putting it in there right now so we can get that done for me. If you can go and subscribe to him, please, it will be appreciated. And for everybody that's watching on the replay, because I know a lot of people watch on the replay, make sure you're liking the video, make sure you're subscribing to the channel, and subscribe to Grigs as well. Listen, this guy has got so much knowledge on football, and this guy writes articles, this guy scouts players, bro. It's not just Man United, bro. I hate
Man United, bro. I wish I'd never, bro. Man United are such a chore to watch. Like, I just, bro, like, they're so bad, bro. Like, today I ended up watching the Lyon match. I watched Lyon Monaco.
I was watching as well.
That's what I ended up watching, bro. Shout out Maxence Kakary. If you know, you know. That's a football player, bro. But United fans are gonna tell me McTominay hype. But anyway, I know about player, bro. Dumb fan base, bro. I hate this fan base so much. Oh my god, bro. I'm a staff on that, bro. I hate this fan base. So, bro, you know what today? I'm gonna bring up Twitter. We've had to block someone on Twitter today. Some guy with a Hansi Flick Avi pulling up in my mentions because, bro, I said Ten Hag needs to go, but one of the things we can't criticize him on is in the summer he wanted certain players gone, and he wasn't able to get, and the club wasn't able to. So you can't blame Ten Hag for like they blame him about Donny Van de Beek because he's finally gone. The Lord has entered my prayers. Donny Van de Beek is gone from my football club. And they blame Ten Hag. I'm like, bro, you can't blame Ten Hag, bro. He wanted Jadon Sancho gone, and he wanted Moussa Diaby, by the way. That is a factual statement. Harry Maguire was gone to West Ham. We had a deal done. David Ornstein reported it. The King of Kings reported it, bro. McTominay was getting sold to Fulham. If Paulinho ended up going to Bayern on the deadline day, McTominay would have been gone too. I promise you that. And Donny Van de Beek, bro, Real Betis, Sociedad, we had deals done with every freaking club in Europe, but Donny Van de Beek wasn't able to agree personal terms. And this guy called me a Ten Hag sheep. Bro, I don't even like Ten Hag. I've gone on multiple chats. Bro, I called him out in front of however many people watch A-listers on Hassan channel. I don't know, 9,000 people. I called them out in front of that, bro. What else do you want me to do? I called them out in front of 50,000 on Saeed's channel, bro. Can't call me a Ten Hag sheep, bro. This dumb app. Oh, my God, bro. Piss me off.
Bro, the thing is, it's crazy, bro. It is crazy.
Get me out of here with Hansi Flick, bro. Man got fired by Germany, bro. Germany fired him, bro. Man was losing to Liechtenstein and that, bro. Get me out of here, man.
Hey, listen, Griggs, big up to you, bro, because when you get vexed, bro, it's actually the funniest thing ever. This man said he's got Hansi Flick Abbey, bro. Get out of here, bro. Let's lose it to Liechtenstein. Hey, bro. it's actually nuts. Some people that just like some people on Twitter are crazy, bro. They just do the most. Bro.
If anyone has a United in their app, bro, I promise you, do not come in my mentions. If you have United UTD in your app, do not come in my mentions because 99% of you do not have good football taste, bro. I promise you. And if you have a player Abby too, bro, show your face, man. Don't pull up behind the flick Abby's, bro. Don't do that.
Listen, guys, make sure I've just literally put it now. His link is in the description, so go and check his channel out.
I'm much more calm on my YouTube channel, by the way. I'm usually more calm.
He really is. He really is, man. Listen, go check him out, man. Such a knowledgeable guy. Make sure to go and subscribe to his channel and like all of his content as well, guys. We'll see you on the next video. Love my people. Laters.